Young and the Restless. Audra's downfall in Newman Abbott showdown. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Young and the Restless sees Audra Charles Zuleika Silver, thinking she has everything under control. She is about to get everything she wants, the career of her dreams while still having the man of her dreams, Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic. But it is all about to blow up in her face. Young and the Restless. Victor Newman sets the stage for betrayal. Victor Newman, Eric Braden, is holding Audra's feet to the fire. Victor gave her some seed money, but he's holding out on more until he sees if Audra delivers. He wants to see if she can really break up Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller. Victor, if you remember, promised to fully fund her new cosmetics company, the Bronte, only if she does what he wants. 4 weeks now, Victor has been pressuring Audra to seduce Kyle so that Claire will see he is a disloyal cheat and dump him. Of course, Audra doesn't want to actually go through with that and sleep with Kyle. She's committed to Nate, and she doesn't want to lose him. Also, Kyle is head over heels for Claire. His ex Audra is not even on his radar. Kyle is not remotely tempted. Kyle Abbott and Claire Grace, stuck in Audra's scheme. Audra thinks she can convince Claire that her boyfriend Kyle is no good, so Claire will dump him without Audra having to get physical with Kyle. Again, he's not interested in Audra. Claire has Kyle all tied up in little happy knots. Kyle is a smitten kitten, but Audra is scrambling to make something happen. She told Victor she needed to get Kyle to France, away from Claire, to make it happen. Audra did try to tempt Kyle to go to the Aristotle Dumas, Billy Flynn, party for a big perfume battle, but he still said no. Audra was so sure she'd be able to set up Kyle once she got him away from home. But it's still not clear how Audra even plans to do this. Initially, even though Victor got her 2 invitations for her and him, Kyle still said no. Young and the Restless. Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins suspect a setup. Then Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Diane Jenkins' Susan Walters had a little talk. Jack thinks the whole Audra thing is a Victor setup, and they plan to protect Kyle. For storyline reasons, Jack and Diane told Kyle he should come to France. That way, his parents can keep an eye on Audra and protect him. It's quite clear that Diane and Jack do not trust Audra. Kyle's mom thinks Audra is going to weaponize her sexuality. Well, that's definitely the approach she usually uses. But Audra is trying not to do that. Jack and Diane's eyes are wide open. They're not going to let Audra get Kyle alone and pull something. That's bad news for Audra. Audra's desperate plans to trap Kyle on YNR. She is desperate to get funding from Victor, without getting naked with Kyle and ruining things with Nate. Maybe Audra planned to drug Kyle, or get him drunk and take photos. Audra may plan to bribe a maid or somebody at the estate in France to pose for some naughty photos with Kyle. It doesn't have to be Audra in the photos. She just needs photos of Kyle doing something unfaithful that would betray Claire with some woman. She may be making it up as she goes along and hoping for the best, because that's all she's got. Young and the Restless. Audra considers risky moves, schemes with phones and texts. Then again, Audra might steal Kyle's phone. She can send some inappropriate text messages back and forth between them or between Kyle and a burner phone with some mystery lady. She can send some inappropriate photos from that. Audra can send inappropriate texts to Claire from Kyle's phone saying horrible things to implicate him in a cheating scandal. Given how upset Claire is right now about her dad Cole being so sick, that would probably hit her really hard if she thinks Kyle has been unfaithful. Heading to France. Audra unaware of looming disaster. Now, Audra thinks she's going to France to get everything she wants, but I think it's going to be her undoing. She's going to be destroyed even if she does pull something. Jack and Diane will probably catch her and expose her. Don't forget, Audra lied to Nate and gaslight him when he said he wanted to go to France with her. Nate is already on alert. He thinks it's a trap, but doesn't have all the info. Unfortunately, neither does Audra. She's heading to France feeling pretty good, because Kyle is also going. She's scheming and feeling like a big boss babe, but really she's just a pawn in Victor's dirty game. He does not care about Audra. Victor Newman's double trap for Audra Charles on Young and the Restless. Victor was probably never going to fulfill what he promised, even if Audra broke up Claire and Kyle. I think personally, Victor threw her enough money to keep her happy, but that's it. Victor has no respect for Audra. It's not just a trap, it's more of a double trap. Picture a bear trap with huge teeth on both sides, jaws aiming to crush Audra caught in the middle. On one side, Victor is holding all that money hostage for her company. He's luring her to do a bad thing to Kyle and Claire on Young and the Restless. On the other side, Jack and Diane are ready to crush Audra for messing with Kyle. Jack, Diane, and the fall of Vibrante on YNR. I don't see any path where Audra gets what she wants from Victor. Instead, I think Audra is going to lose Vibrante and also Nate. Jack and Diane won't let her set up Kyle. That's the only way she can satisfy Victor. Even if Audra attempts it, which she probably will, I can see Jack letting Nate Hastings, Devin Hamilton, Brighton James, and Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, know what kind of viper they let into their family. Audra has been trying to show Devin and Lily she can be trusted, but she can't. This trip is going to prove it. Can Audra Charles save herself or lose Nate Hastings? There is only one way for her to get out of this. If Audra has a conscience and comes clean to Kyle, she needs to tell him the truth about what Victor is doing. Other than that, there's no way out. Somebody will tell Nate what Audra was plotting, whether it's Kyle, Claire, or the Abbotts. Victor will cut off the money supply. He may even snatch Vibrante away from her. Nate will probably dump her like a hot rock because she has been lying through her teeth. Even though Audra never planned to cheat, she has been lying, scheming, and misleading him. Nate may not even believe her when she says she wasn't really going to seduce Kyle. The bottom line is, even if she doesn't follow through in France, Audra has already broken Nate's trust. He just doesn't know it yet. Holden Novak's mysterious role in YNR's France drama. I also wonder if Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, is going to factor into this and show up in France to try to help Audra. But Holden might only be trying to help himself. He's just as likely to sabotage Audra and spill the beans to Nate. Holden wants her and doesn't want her with Nate. Young and the Restless France finale. Audra caught between Newmans and Abbotts. In the end, I think Audra is in for a rude awakening in France. She will find out she is caught in a wicked game between the Abbotts and Newmans. She's definitely not going to come out a winner. I think she's going to be destroyed as collateral damage in their ongoing the Restless battle. Spoilers tease that Audra Charles's carefully crafted empire may be on the verge of collapsing as the Newman and Abbott families prepare for another explosive showdown. For months, Audra has maneuvered her way into positions of power, seduced her way into influence, and manipulated her allies to gain an upper hand. But in Genoa City, every player eventually faces the consequences of their ambition, and Audra may soon learn that she has pushed one scheme too far. Her downfall seems inevitable as Victor Newman, Jack Abbott, and even her former allies begin to tighten the net around her. Audra's rise in Genoa City has been nothing short of stunning. She entered the scene as a strategic and shrewd operator, willing to bend rules and people to her will. Whether aligning herself with Nate Hastings or dangling herself in front of Kyle Abbott, Audra proved she knew how to use power and passion as her tools. However, what makes her different from Newman and Abbott Titans is her lack of legacy or deep loyalty. She plays only for herself. And now, as family empires clash, her position is far more fragile than she realizes. The Newman family is already simmering with tension. Victor Newman has made it clear that loyalty is everything, and anyone who crosses him will pay. Nick is drifting further away from the family, Victoria is struggling with her own ambitions, and Adam is plotting revenge at every turn. Into this chaos, Audra has inserted herself, thinking she can profit from the Newman divide. She has whispered into the ears of key players, sowed discord, and offered alliances when it suits her. But spoilers suggest Victor is far more aware of her manipulations than she believes. Victor has played the game too long to allow an outsider to dismantle his family from within, and his retaliation may be the first domino to fall in Audra's impending collapse. The Abbotts, too, are circling. Kyle, once under Audra's spell, is beginning to see her in a new light. Their reckless fling gave Audra influence, but it also tethered her to Kyle's destructive spiral. Now, as Kyle faces scrutiny for his choices and Diane and Jack grow increasingly frustrated with his behavior, Audra is quickly becoming the scapegoat. Diane, in particular, sees Audra as a direct threat to her hold on the family and her son. If Jack agrees, the full Abbott machine could soon be turned against her. For all her cleverness, Audra has no safety net when the Abbotts and Newmans both unite in opposition. Phyllis Summers may also play a role in Audra's fall. Ever eager to protect her daughter Summer and to settle scores against anyone she deems an enemy, Phyllis could expose Audra's schemes at just the right moment. Imagine Phyllis uncovering evidence of Audra's manipulation of Kyle and then using it to destroy her credibility with both families. For someone like Audra, whose power depends on perception and influence, such exposure would be devastating. On the Newman side, Adam's unpredictable nature may complicate matters further. If Adam decides Audra is useful to his revenge, she might temporarily find cover under his protection. However, Adam is known to throw allies aside once they outlive their usefulness. Should Audra bet on Adam and lose, the fallout could be catastrophic. At Chancellor Winters, Audra's power plays have also raised eyebrows. Nate Hastings has seen firsthand how manipulative she can be, and while he's been tempted by her offers, he's also wary. Should Nate reject her advances and expose her behind-the-scenes games, her downfall will accelerate even faster. Jill Abbott may also return to the forefront, and fans know Jill won't tolerate someone like Audra dismantling her family's company. The real question is not whether Audra will fall, but how spectacularly it will happen. Will Victor orchestrate her downfall as a lesson to others who dare cross the Newmans? Will Jack and Diane make her pay for her influence over Kyle? Or will Phyllis deliver the fatal blow that leaves Audra with nothing? The stage is set for a massive Newman-Abbott showdown where Audra, once the puppet master, could become the sacrificial pawn. Audra's downfall may also shift the balance of power in Genoa City. If she loses everything, it opens doors for other characters to rise. Summer could reclaim control over her life without Audra's interference. Kyle may find himself forced to confront his actions and take responsibility. Nate may distance himself from risky alliances and refocus on building trust. And Adam, ever the opportunist, could seize whatever chaos Audra leaves behind to advance his revenge against Victor and Victoria. As the young and the restless heads into this next explosive chapter, one thing is certain. Audra Charles has played the game brilliantly, but she has underestimated her opponents. In a town where loyalty runs deep and family comes first, an outsider rarely wins. The Newman-Abbott war is heating up, and when the dust settles, Audra may be left with nothing but the wreckage of her own schemes. The young and the restless spoilers reveal that Tucker McCall may soon find himself in hot water as his latest manipulations backfire spectacularly. For months, Tucker has been scheming to claw his way back into the corporate spotlight, hoping to control both Chancellor Winters and the Abbott family fortunes through cunning strategies and power grabs. But Genoa City has a way of turning the tables on even the smoothest operators, and it looks like Tucker is about to face a devastating backlash. Tucker's main problem is his inability to keep his ambitions in check. His constant plotting has left allies wary and enemies ready to pounce. Ashley Abbott, who knows him better than most, has already started to question his motives. Despite their complicated history and undeniable chemistry, Ashley is no longer the woman Tucker can charm into forgiving his deceptions. She has rebuilt herself time and again, and she's not about to let Tucker drag her back into the chaos of his schemes. Spoilers suggest Ashley may confront Tucker directly, challenging his latest moves and refusing to let him manipulate her family or their company. Devin Hamilton is another roadblock Tucker didn't fully anticipate. Tucker believed he could count on Devin's loyalty as a son, but Devin has proven time and again that his priorities lie with family stability and Chancellor Winters. When Tucker tries to position himself as Devin's strongest ally, Devin sees right through the charade. His protective nature toward both Abby and Lily means he won't let Tucker destabilize their lives for his own gain. The closer Tucker pushes, the stronger Devin resists, and that resistance may be Tucker's undoing. On top of that, Jill Abbott remains a powerful force determined to protect her company from hostile takeovers. Tucker underestimated Jill once before, and it cost him dearly. Now, as Jill prepares to reassert her authority, Tucker may discover he has no path to victory. Jill has dealt with powerful men like Tucker for decades, and she knows exactly how to dismantle his ambitions. Tucker's romance with Audra Charles could also spiral out of control. What began as a partnership built on mutual ambition may unravel when Tucker realizes Audra has her own agenda. If Audra senses his plans are crumbling, she won't hesitate to abandon him to protect her own standing in Genoa City. Tucker may find himself isolated just when he needs an ally to fire. Jack Abbott may step in once he learns of Tucker's machinations. Jack has no patience for threats to his family, especially when they come from a man with Tucker's track record. If Jack and Ashley unite against him, Tucker could find himself completely shut out of both the Abbott and Chancellor worlds. The writing seems to be on the wall. Tucker's relentless ambition and refusal to learn from past mistakes will cost him everything. His downfall won't just be about losing business power. It may also cost him relationships he's desperately trying to hold on to. If Devin turns his back, if Ashley severs all ties, and if Audra cuts him loose, Tucker may be left with nothing but the ruins of his failed plots. Still, fans know that Tucker is a survivor. Even if his latest schemes collapse, it's possible he'll attempt to reinvent himself yet again. But will Genoa City give him another chance? Or will this finally be the end of his reign as one of the most manipulative men in town? The Young and the Restless spoilers tease a fiery storm ahead as Adam Newman digs deeper into his ruthless side, determined to shake up the Newman family and reclaim the power he believes is rightfully his. For years, Adam has been fighting for his place at the Newman table, and while Victor has occasionally thrown him a bone, Adam has never been fully embraced as the son worthy of running the empire. Now, the cracks within the Newman dynasty are widening, and Adam is poised to exploit every weakness in his family's fragile alliances. Victor Newman has always prided himself on being the unshakable patriarch, the man who could control not only his empire, but also the hearts and minds of his children. But in recent months, his iron grip has shown signs of slipping. Health scares, moments of confusion, and questionable decisions have raised concerns that the mustache is no longer the unbreakable titan he once was. While Victoria and Nick remain protective of their father, Adam sees opportunity in the chaos. And if there's one thing Adam excels at, it's using family turmoil as leverage. Victoria Newman is once again at the center of conflict. Her endless pursuit of dominance at Newman Enterprises has made her a frequent target of Adam's resentment. Spoilers hint that Adam may launch a bold new move that undercuts her authority, possibly aligning himself with unexpected allies. While Victoria has often triumphed over her brother in the boardroom battles, she could be in for a devastating shock if Adam outsmarts her this time. And with Victor's clarity in question, Adam may be able to seize control before anyone realizes the extent of his plan. Nick Newman, usually the peacemaker, finds himself in an impossible position. While he wants to support Victor and maintain stability within Newman Enterprises, he knows his brother Adam won't back down without a fight. The tension between Nick and Adam could explode if Adam feels Nick is standing in his way. And this time, the stakes aren't just about business. Adam's latest war could have deeply personal consequences, pulling Sally Spectra and Connor into the line of fire. Speaking of Sally, her complicated feelings for both Adam and Nick are set to become even more entangled in the chaos. While she has leaned on Nick for stability, her lingering bond with Adam is undeniable. If Adam goes to extremes in his war against his family, Sally could be the one person who either grounds him or pushes him even further into darkness. The heartbreak potential is sky-high, especially if Sally realizes too late that Adam's quest for power comes at the cost of their future together. Meanwhile, Victor himself may finally be forced to confront the reality that he cannot control everything and everyone around him. Spoilers suggest a moment is coming where Victor must face betrayal from within his own family. If Adam succeeds in dismantling his siblings' grip on the company, Victor could be left feeling powerless, a devastating blow for a man who built an empire on the foundation of control and dominance. But Adam's plans may not go as smoothly as he hopes. Genoa City is filled with players ready to strike when the moment is right. Jill Abbott, who has clashed with the Newmans countless times, could play a surprising role in destabilizing Adam's scheme. And don't count out Jack Abbott, who has always relished the chance to hit the Newmans where it hurts. If Adam isn't careful, his enemies outside the family could use his war as the perfect distraction to launch their own takeover attempts. Still, Adam thrives on chaos. His ruthless determination to prove himself has made him one of the most dangerous and unpredictable figures in Genoa City. As this storyline heats up, fans can expect shocking betrayals, broken alliances, and perhaps even a moment where Victor himself must admit that Adam is no longer the underdog, but the most powerful Newman of them all. The question remains, will Adam finally secure the respect and control he's craved his entire life? Or will his ruthless war cost him everything, leaving him more isolated than ever before? The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Genoa City is about to witness one of the most intense corporate battles in Newman Enterprises history, as Victoria and Adam Newman prepare to go head-to-head in a no-holds-barred showdown. The siblings' rivalry has simmered for years, but the coming weeks promise a full-blown war that could leave the Newman legacy hanging by a thread. With Nick caught in the middle and Victor's health adding an unpredictable layer, no one will walk away unscathed. Victoria Newman has always been determined to maintain control over Newman Enterprises, believing she is the most capable heir to her father's empire. Her confidence and savvy have often outmaneuvered Adam, who is more impulsive and ruthless. But with Adam's recent maneuvers, Victoria may finally face a challenge she cannot easily overcome. Sources hint that Adam is leveraging every advantage he has: alliances with unexpected players, insider knowledge, and bold financial moves to destabilize Victoria's authority. His goal: prove that he is the rightful ruler of Newman Enterprises and that Victoria has been too complacent to run the family legacy. Caught squarely in the crossfire is Nick Newman. Nick has always tried to act as a peacemaker between his volatile siblings, but Adam's aggressive strategy may leave him no choice but to pick sides. Nick's own loyalty to Victor, his desire for family unity, and his personal interests could collide, creating intense emotional and ethical dilemmas. Every decision Nick makes during this corporate bloodbath could have long-term consequences for his relationships, his career, and even the stability of Newman Enterprises itself. Victor Newman, meanwhile, remains a wild card. Spoilers suggest that his ongoing health concerns may limit his ability to intervene, giving Adam the perfect opportunity to press his advantage. Victor's presence, even in a diminished capacity, looms large over the company, and his approval or disapproval carries tremendous weight. However, if Adam continues to challenge his authority, Victor may be forced to confront the harsh reality that the empire he built could slip through his fingers despite decades of control and dominance.